strong one.
You got it. How we doing this morning, Deborah?
Blessed.
Awesome, awesome.
I'm the only one, Sean.
The only one.
Oh, come on, really?
When we get you all to ourselves.
That's right.
Wow.
How's your morning been so far, Deborah?
Okay.
Okay? Alright, awesome. Okay. Alright, Deborah. So what we like to start with here during the 6-week presentation is we always start with, well, we already have your name. We won't be, normally we have a group of people here.
Yes.
And we'll like kind of introduce ourselves, So we like to talk about a quick intro on our name, and then we're gonna talk about our goal and why. So since it's just me and you, you're just gonna share it with me. Now, there's a right way to answer this and a wrong way to answer this, okay? So I'll give you 2 examples here. So imagine I come in like, hi Deborah, my name's Mark. I'm in here to lose 20 pounds, and it's because I saw a free 6-week challenge on social media, and I said, why not? Why not come in here and check it out? There's one way, right? But that is the wrong way, okay? So here's another example. Hi Deborah, my name's Mark. I'm trying to lose about 30 pounds, maybe more. I recently saw my doctor. I'm pre-diabetic. I have hypertension. I've been on meds for quite some time. I have 2 young children that I simply just can't keep up with anymore. My energy is low, and it's killing me to know that I can't give quality time to my kids and my family, and I'm just not feeling good about myself. You feel the difference there? So there's one that's just really deep, and it's more than just I want to lose weight or I want to put on some muscle or whatever, okay? So I'm going to ask if it's okay, it's just me and you, if you could share a little bit of yourself on a much deeper level of what is your real goal, Deborah, and why do you want to reach this goal?
Because I'm tired.
Tired.
Tired of what I have become and this overweight thing, and what it's doing to my health, and not being able to do things that I want to do and feel good about myself. I don't feel good about myself.
Sure.
I don't feel good about some of the eating habits I have that's not healthy. And I don't even feel like I eat a whole lot. I just eat the wrong things.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to be like this no more. And I want to be an example to my family, because a lot of my family members are overweight. And I know I can do better. And this is something I had started on myself, and I was doing a pretty good job at it. I got down to almost 350.
Awesome.
From 383.
Okay.
No,
Awesome.
from 386.
Yeah.
And now, recently, my weight went to 399, and I'm almost at 4, and that's really wearing on me, because
Went the other way again.
I'm very disappointed within myself. But I know it's something I couldn't help, because I became disabled in 2016,
Sure.
and that's when it stopped.
Sure.
When I stopped working on it. And I just want to get back to that, because I was starting to feel good about myself. I was being able to have more energy, being able to do more.
Right.
And I know that it would be really different, a different life,
Sure.
to be, have my weight down to where I desire that.
Yeah. So ultimately, Deborah, like, life is just hard right now. Yeah. And it's just not even physically, it's like mentally as well. Thank you for sharing. I know it's...
I know I'm not living what kind of life I desire to live.
Right.
I know that.
Right. So I want you to, everything that you just told me, kind of hold on to that. That's your why. Okay, I want you to like really grasp that, really hold on to it tight. Because ultimately that will be your main source of motivation. Okay? So hold it tight, keep it in your memory, and don't forget it. Okay? So this is Ascend Fitness. I'm one of the coaches here. We have 2 programs. So primarily I run the strength and conditioning program, which is more of the advanced like weightlifting. 6-week challenge, you'll be in what's called the Fit 30. I'll explain a little bit later about what that is. But basically what we're trying to do is, just like the name Ascend, we're just trying to level people up. And with that, what that means is just like, you know, whether it's like mentally, physically, we want to make your life better. And we want to help teach you how to sustain a healthier lifestyle. Okay?
That's what drew me then. When I saw on my phone, and it mentioned not only do they help you to get your body back in shape, they're going to show you how to eat and different things like that, and that's something that I need.
Yes.
And I haven't been able to really afford it like right now, but that's something that would be good to invest in.
Yes, of course.
That's something that's I need more than anything.
You got it. You got it. And like our system is pretty simple too. We tell you what to eat, when to eat, and how much to eat, and then you're gonna get the workouts with us, of course. And then we'll go over that a little more throughout the presentation, and then you get accountability. And so again, I'll go a little bit deeper as we go along about these. We call this the 3 pillars of success here for what we run, and then you'll kind of see like what you're gonna get within that 6 weeks. Okay. So here at Ascend, we're trying to build a community. You can even see me here, right here. So this is like one of my AM sessions here. They, you know, crush the workout. We want to bring together people that have like-minded goals and are ready to motivate each other and really care. And not just, we don't want this place to be a place where you come in and you just work out. We actually want to build something special here. We want to build a real community of real people. Another group here that just crushed the workout. Trying to build relations and all that stuff, you know. And we really want to care about you guys. So here's a few examples of some of our challengers. My girl here lost 17 pounds in 6 weeks. Bree here, she lost 18 pounds in 6 weeks. She's been with us for 4 months now, and she's currently down about 40 pounds. This girl is crushing it. She's killing it. So here, every now and then, like once a month, we throw a little like social event that is not always about like just working out. Sometimes we throw seminars. This one here was a little meet and greet. So we actually moved in not too long ago. So this was kind of like an intro, like, hey guys, whoever can make it, please come out. We want to talk about our vision, and then, you know, just bringing people together. Okay. Another example here, my guy Raphael. In 3 weeks, he lost 13 pounds. So he's down well over that now, and I think he's been with us for a few months as well. Heidi here. So she was already confident at 188 pounds. And then when she came to us, I mean, when she finished her 6-week challenge, she's down to 167. I think she's a little less than that now. But she feels extremely confident now. And I think, you know, aside from the numbers here, her self-esteem is just, she's feeling amazing. And life, you know, is so much better when you feel good about yourself. You know what I mean?
I know that because when the times when I have worked on my body, I felt so good about myself. Because I know I was doing something to better myself. And also, what I like to talk about with Heidi is like, she's currently not on a specific meal plan with us anymore, but she has finally, mentally, has been able to control how she eats. You know what I mean? And not in a way where she's restricting herself. She's still enjoying things, but now she's able to control. She's able to like portion and not binge and like, you know. So that's where we want you guys to be at, where you're not like constantly dieting forever, because that's just not a lifelong sustainability, you know. But we do teach you how to have that mental resilience to be able to be like, I can still go to certain things and do certain things, eat certain things, but I know I just need a bite here and there and control. Yeah, got it. Our guy here, Ozzy, can't really see a picture of him, but he texted this to us. He was a former Marine, and again, for him, most importantly, he got his self-confidence and self-esteem back. So we just talked about that, how like it's super important to like beyond the physical aspect to like feel good mentally, and that's some of the things that we've been able to provide some of our clients here. This is Jennifer Cantrell. She posted this on Instagram, I'm sorry.
And she says, who says a 51-year-old can't rock a high-waisted bikini? So she's 51 years old. She crushed the challenge. And at 51, she's rocking a bikini. She's killing it out there, feeling amazing about herself. Kenya was actually, oh, she's right there. So this is Kenya. She's actually walking by with a purple shirt. She has those two beautiful little girls right there. So this was her during the 6 weeks. She lost 25 pounds, and look at her right there. My God. And then look at her right here. She absolutely crushed it, and she's feeling amazing. You know, like I said, with 2 children, she was able to still make it happen. Okay. This is our guy Craig. So we actually had another location. So Craig he's a big dude. This is a big guy. He's about like 6 something, well over 300. He lost 30 pounds on his own, and then when he came to us, in the 6 weeks he dropped another 30 pounds. So amazing work from our guy Craig here. And then this is Pamela, also from our other location. She lost 25 pounds in 6 weeks. So some amazing results have been made. Now here I'm going to ask you, of course, are you looking for results that will last for long term? So what do I mean by that? Like sometimes you've heard of like Herbalife and like detox or something like that, right? And you'll notice like they do give like quick results, yeah? However, it doesn't last very long, right? And that's where our system will try to fix that. So we have 2 phases. Oh, here's a few more examples. So these are some of our 6-week challenges, and this is just in a week span. Okay, so she lost 7.5 pounds, 6 pounds, 5 pounds, 3 pounds, 8 pounds, 11 pounds in 1 week. 1 week. 3 pounds, 5 pounds. So basically, what I was saying with our system is like we have 2 phases, okay? So phase 1 is just like, this is the foundation. Ultimately, the 6-week challenge is just building from the ground up. It's the working on the process and getting the weight off, okay? So that's what the first phase is about. But let's be honest, most people's goals take a very long time. 6 weeks just won't do. And to be frank, sometimes it takes years. It can take years of discipline and consistency to really reach that ultimate goal of yours. Which is why we have phase 2, which is where we work on the person. Okay, what do I mean by that? Little example here, like we had 2 clients, same weekend. One of them was like, my boy was throwing a party. I couldn't go to that party because I knew if I went, man, I would have eaten, drank everything. And then we had another client. She was like, oh yeah, my friend threw a little shindig. You know, I still went to it even though I knew there was going to be like certain things that weren't going to be necessarily good for me. I was still able to enjoy myself, but I controlled myself. So I just had little bites here and there, nothing crazy. You see the difference between the mentality of those 2 people right there? One person was just like, I need to avoid it. I can't go there. If I go there, oh my God, I'm gonna go crazy. Like I can't control myself. Whereas the other person was able to go, and she still was like, I'm here. They got a lot of good stuff that I know is not really exactly good for me. I'll have a little bit, but that's it. I can control myself. So we want to get you guys at a level where like you don't have to hide. You don't have to run away. I want you to be able to live your life still. Live your life, but obviously in a better way, healthier way, right? So that's phase 2 of our program. Okay, so typically we help 2 types of people here. Those that are like pretty much just beginning or haven't tried much at all. And then those that have tried and have either like hit a plateau or like they're just, kind of falling back. Where would you say you're at? Are you currently doing anything at the moment?
I'm not doing anything at the moment.
How long has it been?
Ever since I had an accident, I was on my way to work. I've been out of work since then, so I haven't been able to return to work.
Sure.
Because I found out the doctor told me I have osteoporosis.
Okay.
And they told me I need a hip replacement. That's why I had to go up the stairs 1 step at a time.
Gotcha.
I tried to use this spade, but when I did, it was like really weak.
Sure.
But I'm taking medications for my bones and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, because I was first I was a little worse than this, like very weak.
Gotcha.
So, but I feel a little stronger now. I can maybe, try to do something about it.
Okay, that's good.
But in the past, I've often went on different like diets and exercise.
Sure.
Where I was teaching myself how to exercise 3 times a week.
Okay.
Because I used to work with the people with disabilities.
Okay.
And we took them into the community, so every day we would go to a park.
Sure.
So I put up a plan for myself, and I worked out like at least 15 minutes doing my break.
Okay.
15 minutes 3 times a week. I was doing that, and I was losing.
Gotcha.
And I was, trying to eat, a little better than what I was eating before I, said I would.
Sure. Sure.
But I was making progress. But then when that happened to me, I haven't been able to do anything because my body was so weak and everything. I couldn't do anything because of the accident.
Okay.
I was T-boned. So I ran straight into the car. And
God bless you still.
So my back, I have like upper extremities and lower in my spine. But I don't know if it was already there or the accident caused it. But I think that what happened with the accident, it shook everything up. So whatever was going on with me, like they said, I have the multiple sclerosis. I didn't know I had that until the accident. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I had the accident, I guess it just everything just got worse.
Gotcha. So we're basically kind of like starting off again from square one.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay, so a little bit of a recap of like how we used to run this challenge. In the very beginning, we had a very low success rate, about 10%. And it was because at that time, the way we were running things was like, it was very like do whatever, however, whenever. Kind of like what most people do right now, maybe even like how you're doing it, like you kind of just do things whenever, however, whatever, right? And that kind of like lifestyle just doesn't work. Right? So with some few revisions over like how we were doing things, we went up to an 89% success rate. But now, for this challenge, we want everybody to succeed. I want you to succeed. I want everybody that decides to do this with us to ultimately hit their goals. And not only that, but like work on themselves for the long term. Okay? All right, so this is how the 6-week challenge works. We normally start on Saturday. We have a nutrition orientation. Are you available this Saturday?
What times?
10:30 a.m. You can make it? Okay, cool. Perfect. So you do need to attend the nutrition orientation, which is on Saturday.
Okay.
You won't be doing any excessive traveling. Do you travel a lot?
No.
No, not much at all? You won't be gone for like vacation or anything like that anytime soon, or any trips. Okay, so you're pretty good there. Okay, awesome. And then you can work out minimum 3 times a week, up to 4 times. Okay, so what our schedule looks like here in the AM, we have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 a.m., 6:15 a.m., 9 a.m. Same thing on Friday. And then on Saturday we have 2 slots, 8:30 a.m. and 9:15 a.m. And then we have PM slots for 5:30, 6:15, and 7:15. That goes Monday through Thursday, and 5:30 on Friday. These times work for you? You see anything where you kind of feel like
9 a.m. would be good.
9 a.m. 9 a.m. on these days
Monday.
are fine. It's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Works for you?
I'm looking at 9 a.m. on Monday, then Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. in the evening.
Yep, 5:30 p.m. So you could do a combination of AM or PM, so you don't have to feel like, oh, we only can come at night, or I only can come in the morning. No, you can do a little combination. Yeah. Just as long as you get 3 with us in the week, you're good.
Okay.
Cool? Does that work for you?
So it would be probably 9 on Monday, and Tuesday it would be 5, and then Wednesday 9 again.
Gotcha. Awesome. So you do see slots that are everything is good to go. Okay, perfect. All right, Deborah. So there's 2 goals here that we have for the 6-week challenge. Okay, the first one is to lose 25 pounds or minus 10% body mass. Now this will be determined It'll be different, like depending on where your current level is at. But if you're doing a 10% max, it's just basically 10% of your weight. So like for me, I'm 150 something pounds. I'd like have to lose roughly like 15 pounds. That makes sense? So it just really depends on where you're at and what stage you're at. Okay, so 25 pounds or 10% body mass is the ultimate goal for the 6 weeks. So here, Pamela, this is where I kind of just get like super real, okay? Ultimately, where you're at right now is because of the decisions, the choices, the things that you've done in the past. It's been your fault. It's been your fault. And like that goes for all of us. Where we stand today, we need to own up to the fact that everything that we've done has gotten to us, or has gotten us to where we're at right now. But with that being said, you also have control of where you can be. Okay? So it goes both ways. Although you're sitting here today seeking the help that you need, you can create this amazing outcome. You can make those decisions, you can make those choices. Okay? So with that being said, Pamela, at the end of this presentation, I do need... I mean Deborah, sorry. I'm sorry, yeah.
My name's Pamela.
I mentioned the name right, yeah. I'm sorry, Deborah. Yeah, Deborah.
That was twice you called me. That's okay.
Glad you caught me. Thank you for correcting. I'm sorry, I apologize. But Deborah, no, I do need a decision. I do need a decision today. Okay. And at the end of this, if you do decide to commit, we need you to go all in. We need you to go all in, put all the chips on the table, and really devote everything you got to this challenge. And I like to look at it like this. I like to say outcome versus behavior, or like the A versus C. Now when I say A versus C, I'm talking about like two different students here, okay? So we have the A student and the C student. What do you think the difference is between the mentality, the focus, the work ethic, between someone that's at a C level versus someone that's at an A level? It's quite different, right? The A person is willing to put in the work, is willing to not procrastinate, is willing to be decisive, is willing to, be fully focused and just, like I said, go all in on whatever the task is at hand. Whereas the C student is willing to just do half-ass work, which is going to give them C level grade. And this comes to how I was saying, like, your behavior creates your outcome. Most of us generally that come in here are about a C level. Now what we try to do is give you an A level plan and then create an environment for you to create A level habits to have A level results. Okay? Alright, so I'll give you a short little tour here. Deborah, go ahead and take a look over here. This is our gym, Sen Fitness. This side on the other, this half right here is actually a CrossFit camp. So we share half the gym with them, and then we're all on this side. So a little bit of our vision here. This concrete area, we're gonna put a little bit of turf. We're gonna change up some of the paint and all that stuff. Probably add a little few things here and there. This little lobby that you walked in, you see how it's like kind of open?
Yes.
We're gonna close it off, make it look like a legit office, put some couches in there, make it look real nice. But the way I look at our gym is kind of like this. Have you ever been to like a really expensive fine dining type of restaurant?
Yes.
And like sometimes in these restaurants, right, imagine they have like expensive silverware, nice chandeliers, all that stuff. But what if this restaurant had crappy food, crappy service? You wouldn't want to go there, right?
No.
Whereas like, when I look at us, we're kind of like that mom and pop shop. We're like, sometimes it's not really like, nothing really much to look at with the eyes. However, we got like the most bomb tacos in town. And not only that, we got like the best service that you can find. That's kind of like how I look at our gym. Now, I used to work for 24 Hour Fitness, and they have $1,000 equipment there, all that good stuff. But once you're in there, they don't give a crap about you. They really don't. They want your money, they want you to sign up, boom, that's it. With us, we care. We're real people trying to help other real people. And that's all we're trying to do.
Well, that's what drove me there. What do you call it when you try to push your business?
Marketing, promoting, or
yeah, but it's a word they use for it.
Advertisement?
When you throw it out there, it's a word, but I just can't think of it.
Sure.
Okay,
yeah,
but that kind of caught your eye.
Yeah, that's what drove me.
Yeah.
The part about, like you said, you want to help change your eating habits. So
Yes.
it's really like a lifestyle change
Yes.
that you're offering.
Yes.
And,
That is exactly what we're doing.
And that's what I got from that.
Yeah.
Because look at me, you can tell I haven't been a person that, like some of these people just staying in the gym. I want change.
But
I
that's
want
what
to
we
be an
wanna do.
example to
Yeah.
somebody.
That's what we want to do for you. And again, I thank you for coming. Thank you, Deborah. All right. So real quickly, how long have you been trying, Deborah?
You mean off and on?
Like just in total. Like how long do you think like you've just been really trying to work on this?
Shoot. For about 15 years.
15 years. 15 years.
Off and on.
Yeah.
I've done the Herbalife, I've done the Finchie diet, different diets I've tried.
And I was actually going to ask that next to what have you tried? So you tried like a
The
bunch
ones
of
that
stuff.
I've tried, I had results, but
Yeah.
like you said, I didn't stay with it.
Right.
It was a choice not to stay with it. But the Herbalife is really expensive. It's very expensive.
Okay.
So that was really hard to stay with.
Gotcha.
Those
Hard to
stuff
sustain
that
there.
they have, all the stuff they have is really expensive.
Gotcha. All right. So Deborah, why are you not where you want to be? What's the real reason why you haven't been able to get those results that you've been looking for?
Not enough motivation, and it's hard to motivate yourself. And I've been trying to do it on my own.
That's
It's
a tough
like
one.
getting where I want to get on my own.
Right. So motivation, it's tough for a lot of people. So really kind of like, kind of look at yourself and like, kind of accept like, man, it is tough. It's hard.
And I'm the type of person, I don't want to just take a shortcut and get cut on. And, because I don't have like health problems to where like, I don't think it's that bad for me. I have high blood pressure, which is controlled.
Okay.
I take medication for it.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm just overweight. I don't have like major,
Injuries
things
or
going on
anything
with
like
me.
that. Gotcha.
Gotcha. Health issues.
Right.
Besides, like I said, my bones.
Okay.
That's not it.
So Pamela,
Deborah?
Sorry.
You know what?
Why do I keep
Debbie.
saying that?
Well, everybody call me
Debbie.
Debbie. That's
Debbie.
probably easier for
It's because of the A. I said a Pamela earlier, and then now the A keeps sticking me. Debbie.
Yeah.
Debbie. Okay. Sorry, Debbie. Man, this is not
Probably
good. There's
gonna
only
forget
one
that
person
one.
in
That's
here.
it.
Yeah, Debbie.
I know. What if it was 5 of us?
That would be like, oh my God, I'm not gonna remember anybody's name.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Debbie.
Just call her Pam.
Debbie.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Debbie. All right, Debbie. So here we like to look at it like we see like 3 pillars for like certain stages of like different fitness, right? What we have here is just a little graph of like we have your Weight Watchers, Planet Fitness, Nutrisystem, Jenny Craig, things of that nature, and like we kind of showed like how some are lacking something in this system, right? Like some only provide fitness, some only have nutrition, and then some lack, for most, lack accountability. And accountability, we look at it as like more like support and like being able to check up on you and just being there with you throughout the whole process, right? But honestly, in this industry, Debbie, this is not our competition. They really aren't. These are not our competition. Not even this CrossFit gym that's right next to us is our competition. What we're all trying to do, we're all trying to help people, and we understand that. The real enemy is doing nothing.
That's true.
Sitting on our butts like Garfield here on the couch. Being indecisive and just simply not taking action. That's the real enemy here. And
like I told you, I never reached that weight that I told you I was.
Right.
I never reached that weight because I kept, every time I would see myself getting heavier, like after past the 3, I would always go on a diet and knock some of that weight off.
Right.
But then when I got to a point I couldn't exercise. And that's why I got to where I am now, because I couldn't exercise like I wanted. I was going to the park every Saturday near my son, walking, while he played basketball, I would walk the park 4, 5, 6 times. Then I would do my own exercises.
Sure.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah. So you were
working.
there.
It was working, yeah.
But at this point, we're kind of like at the stage where we're not really doing
I'm a couch
that.
potato.
Yeah. So we need to fight that. This is the main end here. We want you to go back to taking action.
Right.
You know, being able to go out there with your son, walking out there and like basically just doing something about it. All right. Now, what we have here is like we kind of call it a fail-proof system. Okay. So we like to call it fail-proof because we provide those 3 pillars that I was talking about. Okay. The first one is fitness. So what you're going to get in the 6-week challenge is basically you're going to be put in what's called the Fit 30, and you're going to get up to 4 workouts a week with a coach. So with one of our coaches here, you'll be working with one of us. Like I said, it's up to 4 times a week. You need to do at least 3. Okay, at least 3 workouts. We did go over the flexible schedules. We have AM and PM sessions. Looks like we were able to accommodate you there. So everything was all good. You only need to work out 30 minutes. So these workouts are 30-minute sessions, okay? Some people will ask like, oh, like why only 30 minutes? Because what you will be doing is what's called HIIT training. You ever heard of HIIT training? It's basically like high intense interval training. And there's basically 2 different systems that you use whenever you're exercising. So there's aerobic and anaerobic, okay? So aerobic is when you're kind of just like doing like steady state. You know, you're not really like doing anything too crazy. With what you're going to be doing here, it's going to be more anaerobic, which is bursts of energy, like sprints, like, well, not necessarily sprints, but it's just an example. Something that's just a little more high intense. You're going to be using a lot more like glucose. This is a little more scientific here. But basically, you're just going to be doing more high intense activity, and that's going to leave you in what's called EPOC. So it's energy post-oxygen consumption. And really, it's just like when you leave here, well after the 30 minutes that you've been putting in your work, you'll still be burning fat even after you leave, okay? So that's why you only need 30 minutes. You don't need more than that, because what it comes down to ultimately is going to be that nutrition
Oh,
plan.
that's right. I was a part of Curves too.
Oh, okay.
I lost 13 pounds there.
Gotcha. And they kind of did the same thing?
Well, yeah, we aerobic and then machine. We went from like when we were standing still, we had to keep moving. Then we would go to a machine.
Okay.
And then when you go to the next platform, you have to keep doing something of your own, just to keep your heart rate up.
Gotcha.
And then they say you're still burning after that.
I see. Yeah. So you only need 30 minutes. You don't, you know, it doesn't need anything longer than that. 30 minutes is gonna be perfect. Okay. We do provide accommodations to different levels. So we provide modifications, regressions for those that are a little on the beginner side versus those that are like higher. So I'll give you an example. We during one of our sessions here, Brandon was actually training, and he had one person that's like a Pilates instructor, and she's just a straight beast. Like she can go crazy, do things. And then one of the other persons, I forgot what was it?
Laminate back surgery, so she has fusions in her spine. So she's like someone who's like having like essentially like a pretty severe physical limitation inside the same session as a Pilates instructor. So you have like a monster, literally, she's probably in better shape than some of us, which is awesome. Then you have someone who's like, we have to regress quite a bit, have to do a lot of modification, and be really mindful of like what she does and how she does it in the same session.
So there's like a huge gap there, but we're still able to accommodate both. So we do make it harder for those that need it, and we do make it easier for those that need that as well. Okay?
Just don't kill me.
A little bit at a time, right?
Yeah.
One at a time. So here's a little like little glimpse of like kind of like what you're gonna get in the 6-week Debbie. Debbie. You're gonna get a meal plan. So this page right here, you'll see during nutrition orientation, you're gonna get a meal plan. This one is like a little grocery list. Then you got a 90-minute meal prep pack. So if you've never like meal prepped before, this right here, like from the moment you buy your groceries to when you get home, it basically will like guide you on like how to get your week going and like prep all your meals and all that stuff, okay? And then this one over here is ordering guide. So whenever you're at the restaurant, say you don't have your meal prep with you and you have to eat out, that will help keep you on track still, even though you gotta eat out, okay? And then the very last one is you're gonna get a recipe book. Get a little recipe book. It has about 42 recipes in there. So there's really no reason to get bored, right? And I would say make it easy on yourself. Like pick something you like, make a lot of it. Make a lot of it and you'll be good, okay? So basically this is like going over the same things that I just talked about, a little back and forth here. Meal plan, grocery list, meal prep guide, restaurant, ordering, and then a recipe book. Okay, so you get all that with our meal plan. And then the last thing, Debbie, you get accountability. I think this one is probably the most important over everything. You have Facebook, Debbie?
Yes.
You have Facebook? Okay. So I'm going to ask you to join our group because our Facebook provides a lot more than just fitness. You're going to see a lot of posts there about like fitness, nutrition, motivation. Not only that, you get access to our community. Everybody on there is very encouraging. They like to post like all their meals or things of that nature. So you just get so much more, and you get put in our community and you get all the love and all the support from everybody, not just the coaches, even our current members and all that. Okay. You'll never plateau again because with us, Debbie, we're always going to be texting you. We're going to be checking on you. We're going to make sure that you're always on the right step, moving in the right direction, okay? And then accelerated results weekly. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to weigh you twice a week. Twice a week, okay? So that way we always make sure that you're on track and, like I said, just in the right direction, okay? All right, so I'm going to need 4 things from you, Debbie. You're open to working out at least 3 times a week with a coach. Cool with that? Okay. You're open to being measured weekly. Okay. You're open to changing the way you eat and following the meal plan that we're going to provide for you. And last one, you're ready to get some results. You're ready to kill this. You're ready to let's get this going. Let's do it.
I got things at home to help me, but I don't even know if I can get in them.
Yeah.
You know the things you put on the sweat?
Oh, like a sweatsuit, stuff like that?
Yeah, it's one that supposed to come here. I have to try to put it on.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if I can fit it.
Okay.
There's one that goes around here. I was trying to put it. I'm like, oh God.
Right.
Once I start losing, it'll fit.
Yeah.
The one fast, it's like a bra.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're really strong.
Gotcha.
So it can just earn once I can get it on.
Okay. But Debbie, you ready to do this?
Yes. I'm ready to be an example and show my family so they can be like, where did you go? I'm showing.
Perfect.
Come over here.
So going back to when we first started, Debbie, we had about like 93 participants. Okay. We had about 93 participants, and like I said at the beginning, it was about a 10% success rate because we were doing that whenever, however, whatever method, and that it just did not work. 10% success rate was, it just didn't work out. Okay. Next time around, we had about 77 participants, and this time we were charging your standard personal training rates. Okay. And what we found here is that we had a mixture of results. Okay. So we had those that really killed it. We had a middle of the line group where they did okay, and then those that just completely fell off. And then so what we realized is that there needed to be a consequence for going back to the old ways, to going back to your old habits and living the same way you were before you came and tried to do something about it, right? So we made all kinds of revisions, and we tried to make a new plan to kind of get you more accountable. Because we like to say, just because you spend money on something doesn't mean you're going to use it. It just doesn't really work like that. Like it's very easy to like, you know, throw out some cash and just kind of just forget about it, right? So we needed to do something where it was gonna like provide some kind of consequence. Okay? So now, with all the revisions that we've made, we're now currently at 89%, which is amazing. But like I said earlier, Debbie, we want 100%. We want 100%. We want to get everybody hit their goals. Okay? So here's how you get the program for free, Debbie. I'm gonna hand you this. Okay, so real quickly, Debbie, eyes up here really quick. There's two ways to get the program for free, okay? So the first way is putting down a deposit. Now, have you ever rented like an apartment or anything like that? You know how like the landlord like will say like you have to drop a deposit. If you take care of my place, I'll give you your money back, right? So the same thing with our challenge here. You'll put down the deposit, which should have erased this earlier. You put down the deposit, Debbie, and it'll be broken up into 3 payments of 200. For the first week, we would need 50 today, and then 150 on Saturday, and then you would pay bi-weekly after that. So on week 3 and week 5. Okay. Well, like I said, if you finish the challenge, hit your goal, we give you your money back. Or you can take that money and we can credit it towards a longer term program. That will be discussed like on an individual basis because it really just depends on what people are looking for beyond the 6 weeks, right? Our next one is, some of you are like thinking, like, you might be thinking, Debbie, my goals is going to be well beyond 6 weeks. I'm going to need way longer. So what we provide here is a 12-month commitment, and this one is for $40 a week. We will need the first month, which comes out to $160. And with this one, Debbie, you start the 6-week challenge from the beginning for free by joining a member. Now the difference here is like, if you become a regular member, you're kind of more like just on a standard program, and then you get the workouts, but you don't get the intense 6-week challenge where like we're really on your butt with the coaching. The meal plan is much more aggressive, and like I said, you still get the workouts, but everything in this challenge, you get it for free by becoming a longer term member. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. So I like to look at these two as 2 different ways. It has like, you know, very different mentality here. This one is like telling yourself like, look, I want to do this for life. I want to do this for life. I know it's going to take me a while. I can't be that person that's going to like avoid things. I want to learn how to mentally be able to be resilient and tell myself, oh, I can have this, I can have that, but control. And like just for the long game for this one, okay? And then this one is like, I need a swift kick in the butt. I need something that's like gonna really motivate me because, you know, $600, who wants to lose $600, right? Nobody. So this is gonna really like kick you into gear. Like if you need like that super motivation, this will be the way to go. Because that's really just gonna be like, look, I need to kick ass. Like there's no games with this one. So this one will really like get you fired up and good to go like right off the bat. Okay? So Debbie, now it's time to make a decision. Which would you prefer?
Shoot, I would like to have it all, but there's something I have to go back and discuss though. For my husband, he's only got to give me money.
You gotta talk to your spouse about it?
Yeah, he's only got to give me money for it. But he knows I'm here.
Okay. Would you be able to bring him in? Or maybe we can call him?
No,
Would you
he's
be able to
like,
give him a call?
he's like disabled.
Oh, he's disabled?
I take care of him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
He's at home right now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
But,
So really it would have to be a little one-on-one conversation there, huh?
Yep. But he knows I want to start a program.
Okay. He knows how bad you want it.
I'll tell him it's going to cost me.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to say, well, I thought it was free. I'm going to say, no. Everything comes with a price.
Smart woman. Yeah.
Well,
But you understood.
I'm
you
sure
understood.
I'm gonna try to talk him into it.
Okay.
See, yeah, the money.
Just off the bat though, Debbie, which one do you think looks or works better for you? Like if you had to decide.
If I had to decide, it would be the long term.
Long term, you'd want to become a member like
Yeah.
right away. So let's try to do this.
Here's a couple options for number 2, since you are kind of aiming for more long term, from what I'm hearing. We have a couple different options because this is the challenge, and we want people to get like better results. We kind of throw the max membership, which is 40 a week for 4 times a week. You see the parallel? But if you were like, I need a little bit of room, we do have options, which is 4 times a week for 40 a week, 3 times a week for 30 a week, and 2 times a week for 20 a week. Does that make sense? So there's options, but ultimately, like, you kind of have to speak with your. Yeah. So what we can do is, we kind of know.
Do you have like the literature where I can take it home?
No,
No.
because
I can show it to him, like.
here's the thing, like, we would. I don't know, man, because like we would want you to talk to him, but at the same time, like, if there is a way, like, you know, we can just follow up with you tomorrow. Because ultimately, like, the offer we have now, we don't share.
Okay.
Specifically, it's like, to be honest with you, if there was like more people today, we'd be like, this is the only opportunity now. And this is a special offer. You're like, you can make a decision now if you can. Like, that's why we kind of push people to be decisive. But we'll do this. We'll follow up with you tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll give you a call and kind of have a discussion and see how we can make it.
So if he didn't want to agree with the $5.99 deposit, I could pay $40 a week as I come in like that.
So it's more like it's 40 a week
Mhm.
and it's a year. So it's weekly. So the entire 12 months is what it is.
Mhm.
Right? So it's kind of like cable. It's like this much and this is what you get.
Mhm.
Right? Right. But ultimately, like, most people need longer than 6 weeks. That's why we started like providing that option. But ultimately, like, you probably have to talk to him and see. I think he'll support you. I mean, it sounds as though like you've tried a lot of things and they don't really work.
Yeah.
And our goal ultimately is like this is the last thing to try, right? Because you don't want to try any more new things that don't work. You want to have
Because I
like.
know
Do you live far?
you gotta work out to
Do you live far?
No, I live in Compton.
Okay.
I'm borderline of Compton.
How long did it take you How long did it take you to get here?
To get here about
10,
less than
15?
30 minutes on the street.
Okay. Not too bad. Sure. Okay. Well, let's do this. Talk to your husband, and we'll follow up with you tomorrow.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I like everything I heard. It's encouraging me to want to do it. So I have homework to do. I have to go and encourage him now
Yeah.
to do it. So what am I gonna do with this?
Sorry.
We'll hold on to it.
We'll hold on to that.
So
So
remember,
I guess I don't need this until I come back with some money, huh?
You got it.
Right?
so talk to your husband, Debbie.
Okay.
Remember what we talked about in the beginning, right? Your why. Explain that to your husband.
Oh, he knows.
Let him feel that again.
What's your phone number?
323
323
646
46
3069.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time would be a good time for us to call you again?
Maybe about 12.
Tomorrow noon? Today's what, the 26th?
27.
Tomorrow 28th.
He just recently asked me what was I gonna do for what kind of diet I wanted to do, and at the time I mentioned something, but it wasn't. I didn't hear about you guys at the time.
Yeah.
So I'll say, well, this is the one I want to do. I'll tell him that.
Take that time.
Yeah. Thank you, Debbie, so much for coming.
Oh, I
And
appreciate it.
I appreciate you
Appreciate
dealing
you
with